What happens when you expose the same photographic film to 2 or 3 or 4 different perspectives? There is a total blurring and confusion of photographs. That is what we are calling the daily routine. And the daily routine is running automatically. It never requires our intervention. The mind and the senses are working, and automatically the day is being rotated, and again we go to sleep, not because we can go to sleep, but because we are helpless. Once again we awaken from sleep, not because we can awaken, but because we have to and we are helpless. And we respire not because we can respire, but because respiration is taking its own place in spite of our sheer ignorance of what oxygen and carbon dioxide is. No one can scientifically believe that he is or she is breathing, but everyone blindly believes that he is breathing. The truth is, breathing is being done, not you are breathing. That is what we call automatic. That means ignorance. We don't know anything how it is happening. Even while we are sleeping, the lungs are respiring. And if we are asked to breathe for ourselves for 1 hour by nature, we will be very careful about our respiration for 1 or 2 minutes. But in the meanwhile, we will receive a telephone call from a friend. The mind goes to the conversation, which is more important than our respiration. So the respiration will be stopped, the telephone falls to the ground, and our body falls flat. That is what happens when nature asks us to respire for ourselves for 1 hour. We will come to the point next. But for the present, let us understand that the environment is enforcing itself upon the mind, and what we call life is only an accidental drifting through time until the body reaches its legitimate biological ending. That is what is called routine living, which is involuntary, and the mind is helpless. It is on the receiving pole and it has nothing of its own. It has no life except that which it receives from the 5 directions. So it begins to react to the environment in an automatic way. This reaction is to be suspended if action were to be established. When we have a scientific process to suspend this reaction for a few minutes, the mind can behave according to its own nature. Now it is behaving according to the nature of the environment. Since it has become inevitable as long as we are awake, till now the mind had no time to work according to its own nature, because it is never left alone for a single moment by the environment. So we know mind only in the shape of the environment, and we have come to such an idiotic state of scientific understanding that there are people who believe that man is a product of his environment. Even there are psychological professors who believe that man is a product of his environment. So let us try to find out a scientific way to suspend the reaction of the mind to the environment, and then know the natural and original state of mind, how it is in its own experience originally. How will be the experience of mind with itself?